Hey everyone, it's Brittany here in sunny New Zealand, and I'm recording this video as part of my final project for my Micro Masters course, which I'm taking in instructional design from edX. So today I'd like to talk to you about some of the things that I learned in this class and how they are going to help me in my future career as well as in my further education goals. Based on the history and evolution of technology, we will also talk about some of my own personal predictions for how emerging technologies are going to continue to shape the world of learning. This has been a great class, and it has covered how to use digital media, modern technology, social media, and new tools for online learning as well as online teaching. In this course, we learned about digital media usage and implementation in a learning environment. There was a lot of discussion on how social media and digital media tools and technologies such as audio and video and online collaboration could be used for a learning course. One of the things that really stuck out to me from this class that I'm very excited to try is using a podcast in a corporate training environment. So for instance, you might make a podcast of something that you're training repeatedly for your corporate employees. An example of this could be creating a podcast for new hire onboarding training, which I think is a wonderful idea, or creating some sort of a podcast or video to communicate corporate policies and procedures, and using these tools to make training more interactive, more fun, and actually more effective. If you think about it, we live in a very globalized society, and the internet keeps us really connected as a world, and so it just naturally makes sense that we would eventually start using social media, digital media, and the internet in our learning. So why did I decide to take this course? Well, there's two reasons. One is that, like I said earlier, you can upgrade to the paid verified account, and then you can earn a certificate of completion if you pass the course, which is what I'm doing. So as long as I pass my classes, I can use my instructional design certificates towards a semester of my master's degree. So that's the ultimate goal, is to apply these trainings and these learnings towards a master's degree through the University of Maryland and UMUC. My second reason for doing this training is because I want to further my career. Don't we all? So I am an instructional designer and a curriculum developer, but I also have a background in online marketing, web design, and social media. Obviously, as a curriculum developer and an instructional designer, I want to make my training content as effective as possible. But given my background, I also want to make it fun and interactive. And I love using technology in new ways to do that. This has opened me up not only to different types of technology that I can use in my trainings, but also being a critical thinker and really being mindful about the types of technologies that I use in my trainings, because you don't want to use technology unless it really makes sense in terms of what you're trying to communicate and what you're trying to accomplish. Technology is always going to continue evolving, and in that sense, the field of e-learning, online learning, and teaching will always be evolving to keep up with technology. One of the technologies that I'm really excited about right now that I've already started looking into is AR and VR, so augmented reality, virtual reality. One of the things that is starting to happen with this is people are creating AR and VR books. So these are books that you can actually, turn pages and read, but then you can also use your smartphone or your mobile device to scan the pages and see custom animations or 3D videos, or just these immersive worlds. One of the pieces of software that I use in my training classes is Unreal Engine, which is a video game engine. It started out for video games, but it is now being used above and beyond the video game industry. NASA used it. It's also been used to create a virtual school bus. So children, elementary school children, get on this bus, and all of the window panels suddenly start showing them footage of the Mars terrain. So they feel like this school bus has actually driven them down Mars, and it really immerses them in that learning experience. When I think about children learning how to use technology in this way, they're so curious naturally anyway, and it really helps them tie all of these ideas together. So what are my predictions for the future of learning? Well, I might be a little biased based on my career, my background, but I really do think that technology is going to continue being important in learning. And I also think that STEM or STEAM courses will continue being popular. Also, like I said before, augmented reality and virtual reality. I'm glad to see that it's being used for learning. I think that that's a really exciting field, and I hope to see more developments in that area. Another trend that I think will continue is the trend of micro-learning. So this is the idea that people can absorb information in little bite-sized portions. It really helps with avoiding cognitive load, information overload. You can really easily trim out unnecessary or irrelevant information that doesn't really support your learning objective. So I think that this will be something that continues to grow, and you can easily use technology to quickly create these little bite-sized chunks of learning and get them out to the masses immediately. Now that you know my vision for the future of learning and how social media and digital media can fit in with that vision, how is learning going to be impacted by all of this? Well, obviously it's going to become more social. It will also become more interactive, more immersive. It will be more of an experience. I also see technology as being a partner for learning. It's not something that I think will hinder learning when used properly, and when there's some critical thinking and some thought put into it, and you are being very mindful about why you're choosing specific types of technology to support your learning goals and objectives. I think that it's actually a very good thing. And I think that will continue to be the case as we continue bringing digital media, social media, and emerging technologies into the world of instructional design. I think that participants will be encouraged more to be less passive and more active in their own learning. And so as active participants, they will learn critical thinking skills, they will be encouraged to be more creative. They won't just absorb information, they will be doers and thinkers and creators and masters. And even if someone doesn't have a technical background, learning in this sort of collaborative, social, immersive way with technology can be a really great environment for teaching them, and they get excited about learning more. What I've noticed in my career is that the trends that take off in marketing and web design and web development, those eventually start being applied to learning as well. So current trends that we see in social learning and using digital media, social media, websites, blogs, podcasts, video like this one, and even games and gamification, I don't think those are going anywhere because I'm seeing them used more and more in other industries, and it makes sense that they'll continue being used for learning as well. Heat maps, being able to see specifically where on the screen your participant was looking. There are endless possibilities. It's really just how creative you can be in thinking critically about how these technologies can support what you're trying to teach and how you can effectively communicate the information in a way that your participants will remember it. So that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to tell you about the edX course and some of my own theories on how digital media and social media and these emerging tools and technologies can be used to supplement the learning process through the internet. If you have any theories or any ideas on this content, please feel free to leave a comment below this video. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.